today's news.
Tornadoes sweep across the south.
A lot of trees come down. They're all over the place.
Concern Iran could target Israel.
They're threatening to launch a significant attack on Israel.
Making it harder to get a gun. Close the so-called gun show loophole. Good morning, everyone. I'm Candy McCormick with a CBS World News Roundup. There are dangerous storms moving across the Florida Panhandle of Georgia this morning. They've already caused lots of damage in Louisiana. Reporter Tom Hansen is in Slidell.
Wow! Big tornado!
Forecasters say the twister that touched down in Slidell was at least an EF1, having winds up to 110 miles an hour. The storm downed trees and power lines, shearing the roofs off of some buildings and ripping straight through others. And in Alabama, waves crashed onto the Mobile Causeway, shutting down a major stretch of the road. Parts of Texas were also submerged and hit by tornadoes. It got more than 10 inches of rain in parts of southern Georgia, and there's been serious flash flooding in Tallahassee, Florida. A political battle is brewing in Arizona, stemming from the state Supreme Court's decision to reinstate an abortion law from the 1860s. Republicans in the state legislature are blocking efforts for an immediate repeal. Janet Shamley reports from Phoenix.
An uncertain future this morning for Arizona abortion providers.
You are now having physicians who are scared to do their job that they did without batting an eye before the overturn of Roe.
The group Alliance Defending Freedom fought for the ban.
For over 100 years, we have protected life from the moment of conception because life is a human right.
With swing state Arizona up for grabs in November, some Republicans are slamming the ruling, including Donald Trump. The Democratic governor called on state lawmakers to overturn the law, but Republicans Wednesday blocked that effort, leaving Democrats protesting.
A new Biden administration rule will require firearms dealers across the U.S. to expand background checks. CBS News correspondent Linda Kenyon.
The gun show loophole allows those who buy guns online or at gun shows to skip background checks. Those who buy guns through licensed firearms dealers are required to undergo background checks. The new rules would expand the definition of licensed firearms dealers, with an estimated 23,000 unlicensed firearms dealers who would then be required to complete background checks before a sale. The change comes in advance of next week's 25th anniversary of the Columbine High School shooting. The weapons used in that attack were purchased under the gun show loophole. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden has reiterated U.S. support for Israel's security, and the U.S. is warning Iran about retaliating for an apparent Israeli airstrike. Deborah Pata has that.
When it comes to Iran, U.S. support is clear. President Biden says they will do everything they can to protect Israel after Iran threats to retaliate following last week's bombing of its consulate in Syria.
Our commitment to Israel's security against these threats from Iran and its proxies is ironclad.
An elaborate dinner at the White House last night for Japan's Prime Minister. Ed O'Keefe has that.
The dinner capped a day of meetings designed to reinforce the U.S.-Japan relationship, particularly on intelligence and military matters, including a new joint air defense system with Australia. It's in response to growing Chinese aggression across the Indo-Pacific. And that focus continues today with a first-of-its-kind three-way summit between President Biden and the leaders of Japan and the Philippines. Japanese Prime Minister Kishida also plans to address Congress today.
The Prime Minister also brought 250 cherry tree saplings to replenish D.C.'s supply. Time on the roundup, 4 minutes past the hour.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 58 degrees in Fairfield, California.